Again this afternoon with hundreds turning out to say goodbye to NFL legend Lee Roy Selmon. The Bucs' first ever draft pick died a few days after suffering a stroke, and today the Tampa Bay community is honoring his life. The emotional service is starting to wrap up at Idlewild Baptist Church in Lutz. And that's where we join our Ellen McNamara live this noon. And Ellen, as we're hearing, anybody who ever came in contact with Selmon certainly appreciated him.
Absolutely, Dia. And that's because Lee Roy always had a way of making others feel important. And that is why so many are sad today that he's gone. Despite the fact that Lee Roy Selmon was a celebrity, he remained humble. And the number 63 always made others feel like they were number one.
You have grown to love him. And please, I want you to know that he loved you just as much.
Selmon's brother Dewey says Lee Roy was the man he was because of his childhood. Selmon, the youngest of 9 kids, lived on a farm in a small town in Oklahoma. The Selmons didn't have running water, but they learned to lean on each other.
Mom and Dad gave us a whole ton of love, and Leroy picked up on that.
Dewey said in high school his brother, the NFL Hall of Famer and 6-time Pro Bowler, didn't have a date to the prom, so the two football players went together.
They said we two big lugs driving to the prom in this beat-up 60-something car. We get out and hang out by the punch bowl.
In college, Lee Roy was a star at Oklahoma. Current coach Bob Stoops says the Selmon family is legendary.
The Selmons are an absolute example of what a student athlete is and being a well-rounded person and a man of God.
Besides his college career, Lee Roy shined as a Buck, the first Buck ever drafted by the organization. Current Bucks paid their respects, as well as players and coaches from the University of South Florida, a program Lee Roy helped start. While some spoke about Lee Roy's accomplishments on the football field, many also talked about what he did off it. Former Mayor Dick Greco says Selmon was one of the best ambassadors for the Bay Area.
It's funny, here's a world-class football player. No one's talking about that. They're talking about the world-class individual that he was, which means that he was a little different than a lot of people.
It's a man Greco says everyone should try to emulate. And during the service, USF President Judy Genshaft, announced that the athletic facility at the university will be renamed after Lee Roy. And in that moment, she got a little teary-eyed, and everyone in the congregation stood up. It's a moment we will show you on ABC Action News at 5 o'clock tonight. Besides the service today, there will be another service for Selmon in his home state of Oklahoma tomorrow. Reporting live in Lutz, Ellen McNamara, ABC Action News.